finale was incredible, and it must have been so emotionally draining to film all those scenes. So, like, especially for you as Daisy, everything you went through. So I'm wondering what that time was like on set with the necklace and jacket being passed with.
Yeah.
Everybody's fingers.
It was really, really rough when I kept having, I'm really close with Luke on set. He's my best friend on the show, and we hang out all the time off camera. And we had a very special bond. I kept having dreams that it was Luke that was dying. And I would text Marissa, who's our boss, and I was like, I had another dream that Luke died, please don't kill him off. And I like kept texting her, and she like never responded. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be Luke. No, when we found out that it was Luke, I was devastated, and you know, we got the script, and it was it was rough to watch, but it was a really hard script to read for some reason. And so during the table read, I couldn't even get to the table read. I started crying during the table read, and everyone was like, oh god, this is gonna be really sad. So everyone started crying during the table read, and then on the day, it was just really hard to shoot. It was a dark month, because you know, the finale took about a month to shoot all together, and so between that and then the episodes before, and you know, with Hyde, and like asking them to take me back, and it was just a really, really difficult month of shooting. And also they kind of touched on the themes of addiction when it came to Sway, and that's kind of what we were pulling from, and you know, that was kind of dark too. So really fun time shooting. No, it was really hard. It was probably the hardest kind of acting or time on set I've ever had. It was really sad. Yeah. No, we couldn't stop. There's a video when me, Luke, and Brett rapped all at the same time, and I was like, just like hysterically crying. So it was fun. Yeah. Again, for those of you who haven't seen it, surprise. Hey.
Hi. Okay, so first of all, I love the finale, even though it was really sad.
Thank you.
Kind of a little bit. But my question is to you. You mentioned several times that you were friends with both Brett and Luke.
Mm-hmm.
But who would you say is the best kisser?
There's always one of you who wants to know. And my answer is my boyfriend. She was on the show too. Yeah, my boyfriend. They're all great kissers. It's not a tough job, I'm gonna be honest. Those days when I show up, it's like, oh, I have to kiss one of the two handsome men. It's really hard for me. No, they're both great. But my boyfriend's still better, because he's my boyfriend. My boyfriend is actually, I don't know if anyone's seen the first season, but yeah, he played Miles, who was my ex-boyfriend and hacker on the show. He's now on The Walking Dead. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a small little show. Thanks.
I wish my job was more like your job. You just kissing and showering together.
I know, it's really tough. Those are the fun days, but for all of those days, there's like 800,000 more that are like, cry, fight, fall, bruise, get fucked up, die. So, you know, it just balances out.
Go ahead.
Aren't you cold? Yes. Get my sister a jacket. Feel great though.
What's the grossest thing you've ever had to do on set?
Ooh, good question. The grossest thing I've ever had to do was, I can't say that one. I think it's sometimes, God, I think. Well, once, poor Brett. Once, so I shot a scene with Brett while he had the flu. And I don't know if you guys remember, but in season 2, when Agent 33 took my face. Does anyone remember that? And I'm in like a lingerie thing, and I have a wig on, and I'm not playing me, but she stole my face, because that happens on our show. And I had to make out with Brett, who's really, really sick. And I just felt really bad, because he'd be like, and he was like, okay, ready?
It's like being married.
But I love Brett, so I was like, this is so sweet. But I love him, I'd kiss him any day. it was really hard for me to play evil as under sway. Like I really hated it. So I probably want like a less obvious evil, something that's not so like I am evil, I'm gonna kill people. I kind of like where the lines are blurred. And I also like shows where the evil isn't as obvious and that point of view, you know, everyone's doing, you can see why every character is doing why they are, and it's really about perspective on what evil is. So probably something along those lines. I really like the show, I don't know, evil character. I don't know, you guys. Raina was a really fun character. She wasn't evil, but she had her own motives and intentions. So in our show, she would be really fun to play. The makeup at the end was not something I really wanted to do with. But, yeah, maybe something like that. Good question. I don't even know the answer. I haven't figured that out.
We've got time for one more question.
How much time do we have? We have like 5 minutes.
We have 3 minutes left.
3 minutes. That says it right there. Great.
So in the show, because it's week-based, so as far as where it all went,
Yeah.
successful, it's full of weird isms.
It's full what?
Isms.
Weedonisms, yes.
So my question is, in the second season, when Brett kind of finds his way back in the fold, so to speak, as the black sheep and everything.
Right.
And you're like talking about before.
Yeah.
One line that you spit out is it's like his candy man.
Yes.
You keep saying his name.
Actually, I remember it was like this. Yeah.
It's just things like that, and based on your obvious sense of humor,
Yeah.
very smart Halloween.
Yes, thank you.
Do you guys find that you're able to sneak in a lot of different stuff, or are they militant? They're like, no, stick to the line, stick to the line.
No, I know. I think there was definitely a lot more in the first season, right? Of the Whedоnisms, as you say. I think they try and I think they're kind of coming back around to that. A lot of the time what you actually don't see is that a lot of them are written in, and sometimes I think in production or post-production they may think that it ruins or takes away from the seriousness of what's happening because everyone's always dying. So I think they try and keep it in there, but sometimes it just kills the tone. But I mean, Joss has always, I think that's a quote, is like, make it sad, make it scary, but for God's sake, make it funny. So I think that's, something that we try to keep in the show. There's been a little less of it because of the seriousness and the brevity of everything that's kind of happened. But there's a little bit of that in the finale with the hologram and Clark and the Star Wars references, which I loved. It's a lot less from Daisy, which I'm kind of bummed about, obviously, because I speak like sailor and ridiculous. So I would like to see a little bit more of that coming moving forward. Yeah, good question.
Can we squeak in one more? She's got
We can squeeze in 2 more. Who's making this times? Who's in charge here?
Okay,
Down there? It's air Canada, isn't it? You're right, 'cause it's cold in here. And we're on a plane. We can keep going. What's going on? Hi again.
Hi again. So the question is, you have the trait that Daisy has. What would you take from that?
I would take her earthquake powers. You mean like personality-wise? Yeah, I mean, I think it's obviously her skills as a fighter are pretty badass. And I can do great stunts, but I don't think I'm the best fighter. But I think, hello, they're cutting me off, like, get her off the stage, just turn off the mic. I would honestly say my earthquake powers. I really just want them really bad. And there's all these times in life where I'm like on my own and it just doesn't happen and it just, yeah. In traffic, I tried to push a car over and not getting a lot. It was like, oh, okay. So, yeah. Thank you. Hey.
I'll try and keep it quick. I'm one of probably about 10,000 nerds here who finds a show that I like a lot and I start collecting it, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. but they're not making season 2 and probably not season 3 available for sale in Canada. I'm wondering if you have any.
Yeah, people have been saying that, which is weird because it's totally available in the States. They must have taken us. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. Is it not on iTunes or anything? No?
As far as I know, it's not available anywhere.
Okay. Well, once Trump becomes president and all the Americans move here, we'll work that out. What?
Take this one home with you from the Great White North. The reason all of us are up here is to insulate all the